Well. I got to remake my first video because somehow or another it came out in letterbox edition and it was sideways. Yes, Whitehead, we see you. Yes, Brownie, we see you too. Anyway, here's what we've discovered so far. It is, in fact, a Massey Ferguson 468 corn planter built in the mid-70s. I did order the shop manual for it, and I cannot stress enough, if you have an older corn planter or any piece of equipment, do yourself a favor, and as soon as you buy it, go get the manual for the thing. The information that it contains is absolutely invaluable. You will never regret it. As you can see, we did get the seed boxes off of it. They're just held on with a couple little J-bolts. These wonderful little deflopolollies right there. And I just dropped on the ground because, yeah. Okay, be careful with those. In that second video where I showed you the shafts, there you can see the shaft. There's the gear. I've already doused this thing with diesel fuel and used motor oil to try to get everything to loosen up and free up. Like I said, these chains, you can see the tensioner there. If you bring that tensioner up, there's a lot of slack in there. I could probably get a full link out of there, out of each one of those chains. But we'll go back, and I was going to use a lot of anti-seize compound, but the way you can see the gap in there on that shaft, see if I can get my hand down there, it's got a lot of vertical play in it. Sorry about the shaking there. But there's enough vertical play. I'm going to use spray white lithium grease on a lot of this stuff where there's a lot of excess room and whatnot like that, and it's really going to be hard to get the anti-seize in there. But on these shafts, like right here, yeah, that stuff will all get wiped down good and get anti-seize put on it, because once you get into that seed box, you really don't want a lot of grease or anything else going on like that. Now we're going to move up here on the fertilizer boxes. I've got one box that's usable. That's this one. And then I've got one that's strictly here for aesthetic purposes. It's crapped out. I mean, it's very religious. Now, could I tear that off and put a new bottom in it, this, that, something else? Yeah, probably. But you know what? I can't afford fertilizer this year, so it's a moot point to even, thinking about using them. So that's my drive chain right there. We're going to pop the key out of it, and I'm going to pop that chain off of it, and they're just going to ride along there for the fun of it. But again, I can't tell you how many times, 100 times over, about using the owner's manual. I mean, the manual for this thing even has the plates, tells you which plate to use with which kind of seed. All sorts of interesting little things. The biggest thing with these older machines is, well, they're old, so it's not going to go out here and plant like a precision unit. Okay, I said it in the first video. You're not going to run across the field 10 miles an hour, dropping one kernel every 6 3/4 inches with satellite precision. These machines were great for their time and in their day, but they are what they are, So, but for the average person like myself that's not doing, a couple 100 acres of corn, it'll be fine. It'll work out just ducky. Whoa, look at that. Okay, that's the connecting shaft between the transmission. This is changes how fast your seed drops. Look at the wear in that. Yeah, I do believe dear old Dad's going to be making him some new bushings, because that is some really sketchy looking. No, that is a hard no. We're going to be making new ones of those, so stick around for that. I'll make them out of black iron pipe, I guess, and we'll go with it from there. But that's kind of what we've been into today. Worked on my dad's John Deere a little bit, not much. Was going to start on it, then realized I was out of Permatex. But little Miss Goaty Goat down there got her first mani-pedi. Yes, she got her first mani-pedi done this evening. She didn't like me one little bit for it, but we've been keeping busy here around the funny farm. I got to get back up there. See where the back of that hill way back there is greening in. I got all that to disc under where that grass is starting to grow. You can see that new fence that the kids and I built. We opened up this whole lower end down here for the goats, and they're loving it. I've been fighting with lawnmowers having mechanical issues, so I started mowing this morning, and it lasted one tank of gas, and then it crapped out, didn't it? Didn't it, little girl? This is Miss Gracie. Hi, Gracie. Oh, you ate your cookies. Look at that. The little girl ate her cookies. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She threw it on the ground. Well, she ate one. Nope, she didn't eat any of them. I guess her don't like cookies. I'll have to eat them all myself. I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to eat them all myself. Yes, I am. Little snort. But, oh, yeah. Uh-huh. That's just comical. I give up. I got Pinocchio, then there's Bigfoot, and I just wanted to come back out and shoot an actual decent video of the planter. I said it's built in the mid-1970s. It's not a bad machine. The plates in the planter, I'll show you, I've got like 5 different sets of them for all different types of seed. The plates are actually interchangeable with some of the International and John Deere planters. That I did not know until I got in and was reading my operator's manual. So, again, if you're going to have any piece of equipment, if you buy it used or something like that, like I did, you acquire it. First thing you do, if you don't know it backwards and forwards already, get a manual, learn about the thing, learn everything you can, and keep it handy with you. Because there's, you could be out in the field somewhere and, I know that, I forgot how to set this or do that. Just get your little folder or something, a little vanilla envelope. Make sure if you're going to be out there to put it with you. Keep it with you, because it is invaluable. But other than that, here's Mr. Barney Kitty. It's Barney Kitty. While we're still keeping stocked and prepared. As you can see, we're eating pretty good right now. I've been keeping everything stocked up as best we can.